Well, all right. Comment corner community, GH daily recap community. We are live, the first live for 2026. Oh my goodness. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. I see you are already busy just chatting away in the chat. Okay, I'm looking at Deborah. Deborah saying it's 21 degrees in Frisco. Oh, Frisco, Texas. Because I'm thinking Frisco, because some people call San Francisco, California, Frisco, right? And I'm like, it ain't no 21 degrees in California anywhere. All right. Uh, Quebec City, Canada is 23. You know what? Let's do this because there's a blizzard going on across the US and Canada. And what degrees is it where you're at? I've got Sean says it's 5 degrees. Oh my, I wouldn't know what to do. Um, Illinois is 2 degrees until Sunday. We already talked about Oregon is 42 degrees. Let's see, Yvette from Connecticut. What degrees is it in Connecticut, Yvette? Can you all hear me? For one thing, can you hear me? Put yes. Yes, if you can hear me. I guess you can because you're putting the degrees in, right? Pam says, I guess Indiana is 12. Okay, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Indiana is 12. Rosebud says -4. Where, Rosebud? -4. Where is that? New Jersey is 14. Alaska says it's cold. Isn't it always cold in Alaska? Right? Milwaukee says what, -2? Florida said, look, sunny Florida. I'll let you use the word sunny. 71. Let me look at my app here. My trusty dusty weather app. Right now, where I'm at in California, it's 61 degrees. Here in California, we've got Deborah in Linwood, California, 62. See, I'm 61. We hanging out, chilling in the 60s. New York, I know that's cold. Quebec, we got the 30. Georgia is 39. 2 degrees in Illinois. Yep, we got that. Florida 70. All right, everybody. You all stay safe out there in this weather. That is for sure. Linda, Linda, is this Linda from LA? May not be because you say I'm in LA. Yeah, I think it is Linda from LA. It says 70 or it feels about 70 or 80. You know what? I was out earlier today and all I had was a short sleeve on. So you're right, Linda. That sun was out. It did not feel 60 to me. Maryland is 19 degrees. All right, let's dive into it. We're already 8 minutes into it. Who would you all like to talk about first? The first five of the same answer, we're going to dive in on that topic first. So, who would you all like to talk about? And guess what? My sinuses are much better. I was making sure I was taking everything because I wanted to be okay and live and direct here. Okay, so I am. We got Chase, Drew, Willow, Nurse Ratchet, Willow, Drew, Ava, Willow. Okay, you know what? Willow is 1, 2. Willow's got it. Willow's 5. Let's talk about Willow's not guilty verdict. Okay. Oh yeah, I am. I'm happy I'm better too. Remember, y'all saw me when I did the daily recap, pissed off, right? Stank attitude, because I don't want to have to deal with a Willow Drew story till next summer. Although rumor has it, the actress, I think what's her name, Caitlin, who everybody who knows Willow's the actress that plays her, put her name in the chat because I don't have time to go look it up. I think it's Caitlin. She did not re-sign her contract, or her contract's over and she didn't renew. Or they didn't renew you. Kathleen. Caitlin. Yep, Caitlin. Okay, Katie McCullen. I guess they're having her go out with a bang. I did read a interview that she did for Soap Opera Hub, I think, and she was saying, bottom line, here was the deal. They kept the killer of who shot, well, not killer, he ain't dead, doggone it, but who shot Drew, they kept it under wraps from the cast on the show. And I'm going to tell everybody one of the reasons they kept it under wraps is Cameron Matheson couldn't know. Because if Cameron would have known, Cameron would have leaked it on Instagram. He would have. He has leaked so many things on Instagram that has spoiled so much that they made sure nobody knew. Caitlin said or Katie, I'll call her Katie. Yeah, Caitlin is her name. Said when they called her in, because they were just getting ready to release the script, right? And they told her, yeah, Drew, the Cameron Matheson's going to make a movie. Yep. He's not leaving the show. Oh, look. He already put out there. See what I mean? Yeah, Drew, something happened to my character Drew, but Drew and we're not going anywhere. See, there we go. We could only hope. But anyway, they brought her in and they said, we've decided to make the killer Willow. And she looked and she says, I mean, not killer, I keep saying killer, attempted murderer Willow. And she says, she looked and she says, okay. But they told her, but we're going to put a big twist on it. Okay. That they were really going to now make a different story out of it, which we've seen that transformation, right, everybody? We've noticed it. So what they did was she had to now learn how to act within acting, meaning they let us know while she was on trial testifying. That's the first, no matter how many of us felt it was Willow. I felt it was Willow from day one, but didn't know for sure, right? Psychopath, just like her twin sister. Yes, she is 100% right. We didn't know it was her for sure until she remembered, not remembered, until she thought about it while she was on the stand, inner gloat, okay? She's talking about, have you ever handled this gun? Remember, Justine had the picture of the gun, and she looked at that picture, thought about when she had the key, when she took the gun out the cabinet, just straight looked up and said, I have not handled this gun, period. Well, anyway, the actress said once they decided to out her in her own mind, that's the only way we know, right? They were now going to give us more clues, more obvious things. Like after that, whenever Drew turned his back on Willow, what was she doing? Like her stomach turned. I mean, when she saw him, the evil looks, the smirks, those were intentional. That's what they're having her do now. It's almost like we got a bird's eye view of what she's thinking. They're intentionally shooting those kinds of scenes, saying, okay, now we're going to do a close up on a smirk, close up on you trying to suppress a smile because you're supposed to be grieving, right? Like right now, she's supposed to be grieving him. He's had a stroke. Well, Willow is now struggling, not struggling. She's trying to perfect the art of acting like the grieving widow. Okay? Elizabeth, oh, Elizabeth, he's gonna be okay. And Nina's looking at her thinking, girl, ain't a tear coming out your eyes. And then when Nina talked to her and said, you know, you looked like you were pretty upset about Drew. And she goes, I'm his wife. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? See? How am I supposed to act? Right? Because I got to get this down right. So anyway, let me see what's happening here in the comments. Yeah, she says she never touched that gun. Linda says, how far will well, look, we kind of switch it into Chase, but that's okay because it's kind of interchangeable, right? How far will Chase go to defend Willow? Chase has already proven how far he'll go. Seriously. Right? Now, remember what Chase told Michael in the little rumble in the off the little rumble in the side living room? Told Michael, oh, I'm going to investigate and find evidence that you did it. Now, do we think Chase is really? Soaring Room says Willow is over exaggerating her grief. She is, and it's coming off as fake. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. It is coming off fake. But she's doing that up. You know, the actress is really having fun. She's leaning into this darkness. And guess what, y'all? They said Willow is just getting started. That's a scary thing. Yikes. But anyway, anyway, look, it's almost like we're going to get to see a little sci-fi going on General Hospital. Almost the Cassidy is trying to freeze Port Charles kind of thing. But anyway, Chase is going to do all this investigating. Wouldn't it just be interesting if Jack Brennan slips the corrupted file, uncorrupts it, and slips it right back in, and Chase is so busy trying to dig up on Michael, trying to find evidence of this, that, and the other, that Chase finds out it's Willow himself. Wouldn't that just be the cat's meow? Because that would be like a knife in Chase's heart if he sees it for himself. Proof. Oh my goodness. And then he would go to her, Willow, this can't be. I mean, can you explain to me why? Because Willow's going to do some more stuff, right? Can you explain how this, that, and the other happened? And now she's got to go after Chase. Wouldn't that just be interesting? Now she would say, you know what, Chase? Now, why'd you have to go and do that? Because now I got to take care of you. But I do believe Chase is definitely going to get what he deserves. Lexia says, I rolled when Dante told Chase he'd be demoted back to a uniform patrol, a cop, right? I love it too. Because I thought, good, what humiliation you have to feel. Now he's a big man on campus ordering other police officers around, and now he's going to have to be ordered around. But here's the thing. When Dante brings him back in, when Chase comes back in uniform, Dante needs to have a serious talk with Chase and say, let me tell you something, my man. This funky attitude of yours, you got to leave that at home. Okay? Leave it at home. Because as soon as you come into this station, I am your superior. You will not second guess me. You're going to do what the detectives tell you to do, and you're going to like it. right? Traffic school officer. That was funny. Who said that? Chase would be a traffic school officer. uh, Elvisa? Elvisa. Yes, that would be funny, but they don't have enough budget to show traffic school. I don't think I've ever seen traffic school on General Hospital, right? But anyway, that attitude of his, because as he snatched the foul from Dante, and it's like I was right. And this is what, see, no more telling me you're still biased. No. You got to stay home. Now, how do y'all feel about the fight that happened between Michael and Chase? Do we feel it got interrupted a little too soon? I know I do. I would like to have seen Michael mop the floor up with Chase just a little bit more. I really would have. Oh yeah, Yvette says Willow's gonna go after Jacinda. We'll get to that. But yeah, he he beat the socks off of Chase. We were getting that way, right? And isn't it interesting? Chase doesn't have not one stinking bruise, not a fat lip, not a little gash, because his lip was bleeding. He Chase doesn't look like there was a fight after. Now, Brooklyn, when she was talking to Chase, Brooklyn's another one that whatever you choose, I'm behind you. Come on, Brooklyn. But anyway, I don't believe Brooklyn knows that Chase and Michael had a fight, right? Because she would have said something about that. She would have. And yeah, Vanessa says Michael struck a nerve when he told Chase, I wonder how long is it going to be before you back in Willow's bed. That did strike a nerve because he knows he's fantasizing about that secretly. All the hand holding he was doing on Willow when she was in Pentonville. You know, he broke the record for the most person most visited her. You know, brought the chick flowers to her house, and husband right there. Come on, Chase is just come to see her at the hospital. Willow, talking to her while she working. That was what Drew used to do. Drew couldn't be anywhere else but the hospital while Willow was working. Uh yeah, let me see. I think Valentine and Jack, you know what? Let me go with that flow too. Valentine and Jack are gonna team up because they are enemies and they go after each other when there's not a bigger threat on hand, right? And the bigger threat is going to be Ross Collum, who looks creepy as all get up, right? Ross is going to be an Achilles heel there, right? But how will Valentine? Oh, I know how Valentine is going to get wind of it. No, you notice Jack Brennan isn't telling Carly as much personal WSB stuff, right? She used to almost kind of know a lot of what was going on with Jack, especially when Valentine was concerned. Jack would talk about Valentine with Carly all the time. Now Jack is so busy, he and Carly are hardly talking about anything. Because if Jack says, like if Colin comes to, well, he was at Bobby's, but Carly wasn't there. When Colin approaches Carly to kind of poke Jack a little bit, because remember, Colin asked Jack, who do you have an operative on the inside of the cold fusion of the phase-on case. And Jack's like, I'm not telling you nothing. And he's like, oh, I am definitely directing you to share information. And Jack is like, nope, you could miss me on that. Right? I'm not doing it at all. And Colin didn't know what to do with that. You notice? He's like, well, shoot. He goes, I tell you what, why don't you go out there and find Anna Devane? You lost her. She's missing on your watch. Go find Anna. you know, and Colin didn't know what to do. So Colin Ross Colin is going to, I feel, try to step to Carly because Jack doesn't really make it a secret that he and Carly are a couple. He just hasn't had time to go out with Carly. But the big mistake Jack would make, I mean Ross would make, director Colin, is to say something off coloring to Carly, because Carly will tell Jack, and Jack will say, he is a very dangerous man and I don't trust him at all. Carly, stay away from him, don't talk to him. And if he approaches you again, Jack will tell her, you call me right away. And Jack will say something like, these are the times that I wish Valentine and I were on the same side again. Somehow, word has got to get to Valentine that Jack needs his help. Because Jack might say something to, nobody is safe. Not Valentine's daughter. Not that will bring Valentine out, but we'll see how that works. Ooh, we got to talk. Oh yeah, he needs to stay away from Rocco. Who said that? Donna. You're right, Donna. He needs to stay away from Rocco. Now, Britt knows he's threatened Rocco to her. Britt needs to come off it. And Britt needs to have Rocco's safety and best interest at heart. She has to tell somebody. Rocco is way too vulnerable. What did Lulu say after hugging him at Bobby's? He wanted to walk to the hospital by himself. And Lulu said, okay, call me when you're, I think she said, when you're on your way home, because Rocco takes ride shares. Lulu doesn't know. I need to be picking my son up. There's danger afoot. She needs to know that. What if Colum is pikeman? I wouldn't put it past him. We have too many loose ends that have not been solved. Pikeman is definitely one of them. Now, Britt does need to tell Jason what's going on. But Britt also needs to tell her mother, Liesl. Liesl needs to be activated. Because that woman can do, you know what? Who bombed the penthouse? Sewing room. I think it's Colin. Because remember, Jack was sharing information. I think Jack told Sonny. Who did Jack tell? That the device. No, he told Anna. The device, the incendiary device used for that fire bomb was under WSB. It was supposed to be locked up in WSB warehouse or whatever, right? And it came up missing. So the WSB had that technology for that type of bomb. Now we see Colum and Sidwell are working together. That's that connection on how Sidwell got that bomb, that fire bomb. It's Colum. / Sidwell. It's both of them. Both of them working together. So, yep, he did say it was the WSB. So that is, I think they may finally start tying something up because I have it in my notes here. Sonny and Jason aren't running a very efficient business right now. There hasn't been not one thing they have been able to solve. The only thing that they know is who killed Professor Dalton. That's because Sonny's being blackmailed by Sidwell and Laura. That's the only way they know. If Laura would have called, if Sidwell had not shown his hand, right, and Laura called Sonny, they would still be walking around saying, "We still trying to find out who put the body in your car, Laura." Come on now. We need a organization overhaul, right? Jason and Sonny need to activate Spinelli. Yeah, and Brick. Brick is supposed to be good, but Brick hasn't really found out too much anyway either. He didn't find out who set the bomb, although he did have some kind of piece of information on it's pretty high, or I don't know. Brick has not found out anything yet. Okay, now Joss knows there's something going on at Windermere. Yes, she does, by Marco's reaction. Yep. And really, everybody, I'm ready for Anna to be found. She's every ghost from Anna's past, I want to say from Christmas past. Every ghost from Anna's past is popping up in her head. We got Peter, Faison, Liesel. Her twin sister's getting ready to pop in, right? Twin sister's getting ready to show up. Peter saying, "Did you know I was dead?" And she goes, "I held your hand until you died." He said, "So you really think I was dead?" And that's one of the things that I said. Didn't when they went, Anna, she said, came up because Peter was down, I think a ravine. Anna was with him. Then she came up on top, whoever she was talking to, and she said, "He's gone. Peter is dead. I held his hand until he took his last breath." But I think Peter's body was gone, wasn't it? Did anybody get Peter's body? Did they make us believe the PCPD came and got Peter's body? Or the WSB? I don't remember that. Yeah, her twin sister is another body they haven't found, especially since Alex decided to jump in the water. So look, that girl, that cat has 9 lives. She only on number 7, so she's coming back too, right? Okay, Cece said, I said in a recent comment that Anna's rescuers need to come rescue her from. Yeah, she does. I know, in Windermere. And they're getting ready to. They've already mentioned the catacombs. See, now them catacombs is all up under the island. We got a state-of-the-art lab. We got Anna's apartment living going on down there. There's all kind of things. The WSB took the body, Don says. Okay, well, heck, that don't mean nothing. Except back then, I think Frisco Joe, the only time the WSB was clean is when Frisco Jones was the director. That's when it was clean. But whenever, I guess the powers above director, when Frisco was director, the powers whenever above him decide they want to do some crap, they got rid of it. Remember, Frisco would not order the bombing of Cassadine Island with that what was that? Victor was going to put that germ or that virus in the air, and he knew Anna and Pete, Laura, they were there trying to rescue Spencer and everything. He wouldn't order the drone strike. So they said, "Up, you're out of here. Bye." And that's when they put in whoever was it, Jack? I don't know. They put in another director. Um, so anyway, bring back Cyrus. I know, right? Um, Mom in blue Jeep says Marco is creepy. Yeah, he really is. And now he's really showing his true colors. And poor Lucas, poor judgmental Lucas on everybody else's life and snarkiness. Don't see it. He don't see it at all. But one thing he does see, his hair stand and feel the hair standing up on the back of his neck, and he turned around and it's Pascal peering at him. Oh, he knows. Pascal's creepy to him. And Pascal has yet to do anything to him yet. And Lucas feels he's creepy. Vanessa says, what about Anna's treatment? Oh, no, they're giving Anna her treatments. Remember, they had that nurse come in and give her phlebotomy treatment. But they're also drugging her. They're doing some mind altering things to her. They're drugging her, and then they're doing that whole mind reprogramming thing to Anna, right? Faison, oh, the Faison is now ready. What Peter says, my father is now ready to reveal himself to you. Is he really? Whatever it is, the person's going to be wearing a mask. Just like Faison was Duke Lavery for months, sleeping with Anna, taking over Duke's life. Another mask, and it's any and everybody else. Come on, it could be Sidwell coming in there with that mask on. But what I want to know is who is doggone Nathan? No, Pascal's not dead. Who is Nathan? Let's take a poll. Everybody in the chat, who do you believe Nathan is going to be? Because Nathan is talking to, like he was talking to Emma and all of that when this whole Faison voice was playing to Anna. So I think Nathan has been probably mind wiped and controlled himself too. Linda says, I believe Nathan is Nathan. Bonnie says Nathan is Nathan. Who's obsessed with Lulu? Well, ain't nobody obsessed with Lulu, but but Lulu. No, Nathan and Lulu are getting awfully close. I'm telling you, by Valentine's Day, they're gonna sleep together. I think Nathan is himself, but Nathan is maybe himself, but Nathan's not above board. Nathan is being controlled simply because you notice how he left the room. Emma, let me check. Because Mac was unavailable. So he goes and he checks stuff. Well, what did he check? Right? And he came back, no, sorry. No, we have nothing additional. See, almost another way, it's like, you don't even have to ask your Uncle Mac. I'm sorry. And he's got that face you want to believe. You want to believe Nathan. Okay? Okay, Black Purple Turquoise says, I agree, Nathan is himself, but his mind is messed up. Yeah, look at what they're doing to Anna. They've had 7 years to handle Nathan. It's going to take years for Nathan to get all that out of him, right? Linda believes Nathan is a combination of people. Don says, I don't know, but I think Nathan took some pictures of Laura and Sonny over Dalton's. Oh, heck yeah. You see, that's also why I'm saying Nathan he's not above board. Nathan is Peter. That's the only one I don't think he is. Because he would be spending time with his child, Bailey Lou. He would. Nathan was obsessed with his a spawn, an heir, right? Let me see. Emma shouldn't have gone to Nathan. Yeah, she should not have. Uh, Faison, Nathan is. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see who, what, and how. Why Faison, Nathan? Who he is? Who is he? Um, what do you think's going to happen to Jacinda? Yeah, Maxie is coming back. She'll be back in a few weeks. Uh, who do you feel Willow is going to either kill Jacinda or almost kill Jacinda? Willow's coming after Jacinda. Did you see the way she looked at Michael and Jacinda in that courtroom? Right? See? She feels the way to hurt Michael is take away things that Michael loves or cares about, like little Daisy, right? So she will go after Jacinda. Willow's going to kidnap Jacinda. She just might. She just might. Flower Natural says Nathan looks like he's in dreamland. Black Purple Turco says Willow will try to kill Jacinda but fail, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Do they? How long do they want Jacinda on the picture? She has so much nerve. It's obvious but ridiculous and appalling of her. But that's nothing new for her. She's obsessed with the kids, I swear. Yeah, obsessed with anything that's connected to Michael too. Um, yeah. Now, wasn't it interesting? And I think it's because they got so much going on. Just like at Christmas, Sasha was FaceTiming the baby with the Scorpios are FaceTiming each other. Little James was speaking to little Daisy and Sasha was speaking to the family and the whole 9 yards, right? How come we haven't heard Michael being FaceTiming with little Daisy? I I I mean, yes, we've got him in this story now, but I would love to have heard over the holiday him at least say, yeah, look, like when he talks about, what I've given up, what Willow's cost me. She cost me my daughter. I would like to hear him say, me FaceTiming her is not enough. But I'm not even hearing that there's any FaceTiming going on. I don't know. Okay, let's talk. What do we got going on here? Um, I would sure like it if Sasha comes back. We'll see what the actress wants. One thing I noticed on Instagram, she's reposting again under her Instagram account saying Sasha Corbin. So if that's a hint, she might be missing playing Sasha Corbin, right? But yeah, they could recast her. I just like I wasn't for the longest. I was married to Chad being Michael. Y'all know that a lot of us were, all of us almost. But at a certain point, them not having Michael on the scene was stalling out so many crucial stories, right? And now that he's back, although God, I couldn't imagine Rory Gibson not being Michael now. I can't. I mean, and I loved Chad. We kind of had him for years and years. He grew up in front of our eyes, right? Kind of like he already came on in his early 20s. But anyway, when they showed the rerun of General Hospital, what was that? This past week, or was it the week before that? And it was of when Nina was trying to get grandparent visitation rights, right? That hearing. Michael and Willow in that courtroom, and it was just not. It wasn't. It was kind of boring to me. I thought, I think it's Rory. The darkness in him is what I would expect Michael Corinthos to have in him. Going through the things that Michael has gone through, from being shot in the head, from the coma, from going to prison, being raped, from being burned, from running Sonny's business when he needed to, from running ELQ, from running Aurora, from doing everything, a jack of all trades, right? You would expect there to be a little darkness there. And Rory is showing that without actions. Just his demeanor is showing that there's a little something to him. Like, did you see when Chase punched him first? And he stood up and faced Chase and had that look in his eyes. I know Chase was like, uh-oh. Oh, Deborah says, I think Rory Gibson is like Batman in Gotham. I know, me too. Oh my goodness, he could be, which is why I'm saying they can skillfully write him taking over Sonny's business, but make him Batman. Because that's all Sonny's doing now anyway. Sonny is the peace holder in Port Charles. He was at the head of the table. Every other mob boss had to pretty much answer to Sonny. And he had checks and balances for Port Charles. Michael could easily do that. Easily. From his corporate office, right? I would love to see that. Look, Doll says, yeah, Batman's on the way. Oh my goodness. I personally disagree with that. What Willow's the unnecessary. Oh, somebody said Sasha's unnecessary, and Willow's the unnecessary one. Willow is the unnecessary one now. With the unfortunate down the drain, they took her character with Drew. There's really nowhere for her to go. There's nowhere for that character. You know, there's nothing. I don't see it. It's time her. She's run her course. I do believe that character has run its course. Okay, and I'm okay. And I do have to say this: as much as I disliked Willow and Drew, the actress Caitlin is doing a good job. She really is. She didn't have a say in what was being written for her and had to go along with it. Cameron had a say, big say. Oh, they were the next Luce and Laura, and he made sure it was written allegedly that way. So when she would come to work and see her script saying Willow's going to look adoringly in his eyes, guess what she had to do as an actress? Oh, true. True. Yeah. Anyway, Michael could take over Veronica says Michael can take over the business and Jacinda could be his Carly. Oh, I believe that. If Jacinda, see, I really was behind Jacinda until it came out she was with Boyle, right? We all kind of knew she wasn't telling Michael 100% the truth, but to have him poor Michael be blindsided she's on the stand. I think he deserved better than that. Seriously. And her excuse to him was, I wanted you to need me. Yeah, need me look like a fool because now my alibi blew up in my face, your face, everybody's face. So I don't know everybody. Jacinda has proved. I wanted her to be his Carly. I really did. But now she's going. Oh well, guess what, y'all? What I'm saying right now. But now we know she's gonna lie if she feels she needs to. Well, doggone it, she is his Carly. Because that's what Carly does all the time. That's what Carly did all the time. Carly would lie. Oh my God. Carly would make a mess. And Jason would have to clean it up. Sonny, Sonny left Carly a couple times because of the lying messes she got just dug. To be fair, Carly lied to Sonny all the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sewing room. Now, as I'm saying, she lied to Michael, and I thought, well, yeah, she is his Carly, because Carly would lie all the time, especially when Tamra Braun was playing Carly, lying all the time, devious, and then pulling tears, because oh, Tamra could cry like that, right? By the way, she's on Young and the Restless. I'm not even watching Young and the Restless. I watch every 2 weeks, one weekend. I fast forward 2 weeks in an hour. Seriously. And I'm not liking her on Young and the Restless whatsoever. But anyway, um, so okay, I guess Jacinda's all right. I'm not gonna critique her too hard. Michael's probably says she just like my mama, right? I'll forgive the lie because hey, okay. Uh, Carly was a a Lucy Ricardo. I know Lucy. What you do now? Oki says Sasha is a writer. Jacinda isn't. No, Sasha isn't. Sasha will go to the mat for Michael, but remember, Sasha can't stand mob life. That was her biggest Achilles heel with Brando. Remember, Brando wanted to work for Sonny, and his crazy mama, his horrible mother Gladys, wanted him to work for Sonny. Sasha put her foot down. You want to be with me? You can't. Mm-mm. And Sasha kept, stayed the same. She told him, I don't want my daughter brought up into this. Nope. So Sasha, she's made her intentions known about, and Michael promised her that I'll never be like my father. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you can still take over his business and not be like him, because you're not like him now. You, Michael outthinks his father every day of the week, which was how he was able to take Avery away from him, and get custody of his sister. Uh, she was pregnant. She wants not. Yep, she already did say she wants to raise that baby on her own. Yep. Let's see. Now, okay. Let's see. We talked about the fight. We talked about what do you think Brooklyn's gonna do? You think she's gonna give in and they're gonna look for to adopt a baby? I don't see that ever happening. Um, we got to beef up Valentine. We haven't seen him in a minute. Him hanging out in Carly's attic is played out now. He's been there way too long without him and Carly really, or him really coming up with the plan. And doing stuff like telling Carly, go search Jack's room. That ain't a plan, Valentine. That's not a plan. Valentine needs to come up with a better plan. Um, I'm not happy with rumors I'm hearing about Danny. I don't want him to get shot or hurt. All they got to do is not show him. They're good at not showing Danny. Just don't show Danny, right? Just where's Danny? Who he's upstairs. Okay. Where's Danny? He's at school. I mean, right? We're good without seeing Danny. They got Rocco's story going right now. They haven't even really activated Charlotte's storyline. So they got the other teams they could play on without killing Danny. I'm hoping they don't do that. I don't want to see that happen. Um, Elizabeth, there ain't nothing going on with her. We're not gonna waste our time with Elizabeth. Don't let Jacinda get pregnant. Well, look, Michael might be like his dad. He got all kind of baby mamas, right? Just might. The only, and I don't know if you all remember this. I know a lot of you will. Maggie sewing room. You may remember this. Remember, Brenda has a son, right? Brenda Barrett. And for the longest, the rumor was that was Sonny's son. And Brenda would say, no, he's not. Sonny, he's not your son. That kid got black hair and they look like Sonny, right? But that's not Sonny's son. I honestly believe Sonny has a son. Now that boy would definitely be an adult now. So, and I think he would have been older than Morgan. We just haven't yet. Sewing Room says, yep, Brenda has a son. That son is Sonny's. Because for a while, Jax was trying to convince Brenda to say the boy was his. And Brenda didn't want to do that. And she did not do that because she knows that boy is Sonny's. Right? They tried to say it was Dante's son. That was great. Yeah, Brenda has a son. Know that Brenda, yep, I remember that. So that baby is still out there ready to come back as a man, grown man. Yep, still think Brenda's son is Sonny. Me too. But I'm not mad at Brenda because you know what? If you truly don't want your son in that life and in danger in a harm's way, what do? You do what Brenda did. Go international, see you wouldn't want to be you. And raise your child. And actually, isn't that what Sasha's doing? It's exactly what Sasha's doing, right? Yeah, Sonny's kid. We ain't gonna talk about Christina. She hasn't gotten into any real mess lately, so good. Now, you want to know who's underutilized right now to me? I don't know if y'all think, because I know you can't read my mind, but to me, who's very underutilized right now is Rick Lansing's character. He is a welcomed addition back on General Hospital. And he's doing a good job. Right now, there's so much danger and trouble in Port Charles. Rick is just the kind of attorney and just the kind of mind that Sonny needs. Rick thinks down and dirty, devious. Now, Diane is a brilliant mind legally. But Rick needs to be on retainer for strategizing the whole Sidwell situation. Yes, he is untrustworthy. I know. But guess what? He's untrustworthy, but he could get the job done. Wait, he could get the job done and blackmail you later. Sonny needs something. Him and Jason aren't doing it to me, everybody. Jason busy running around a Brent. We got Sidwell. Oh my goodness. Allegedly so dangerous. Anyway. Oh, Black Purple Turquoise says she's personally fine with Rick's absence, but he is a good attorney. Sure, but his character is so sketchy. Yeah, he is. But you know what? Look, we need a sketchy. I'd rather see Rick being a sketchy attorney than Martin Gray being a sketchy attorney. I'm more amused at Rick than Martin. Now let's talk about Tracy. Her transformation. Is anybody liking it? I'm actually kind of loving it. I'm loving the fact that Tracy is trying to dig deep within her mind, because I can't say heart. In Tracy's heart, being compassionate, being the matriarch, caring for people, letting a bunch of people live in her. That ain't her, and it never has been her. However, you notice what she's saying? I'm trying to sit back and think, what would Monica do? See, she in her heart, she's doing a transformation, and I'm loving it. I'm liking the fact that she looked at Jason, somebody she's had nothing but disdain for all his adult life, and said, look, let me tell you something. I'm tell you like I told Michael. I'm willing to be your alibi for whatever happened to Drew this last time. Really, Tracy, are you? She don't know. Jason and Michael don't need it. Jason was breaking up a fight. Chase is their alibi, right? They were fighting while all that stuff was going on. So those guys don't need an alibi. But I like the fact that Tracy was letting them know I'm ride or die. I'm hey, right? And she, when Jason said, but look, told him what happened to Drew, or she already knew. He was like, I would like you to be here when I tell Danny. She was right there. And I liked that. Tracy and Martin. No, I don't want to see Tracy and Martin together. Nope. I don't want them to be together. Martin is the slimiest of slime. Martin marries wealthy women to use the. Oh, shoot. Don't he sound like Luke? But anyway, but no, I do not want them together. I don't. Yeah, Scott Baldwin was also a slimy attorney. He was, right? I like Rick. I hope they keep the truth going. Me too. The DNS, yeah, there was a DNA test, but was it done at GH? Because we all know what happens to the DNA test done at GH. And Jax was on the scene at that time. Jax had enough money to make sure that DNA test was negative. And he would because he hates Sonny. Hates him. Martin is no, Martin's not good for Alexis either. You know, Alexis doesn't need anybody. She doesn't. Right now, Alexis needs to focus on her granddaughter, and I would love to see her focus some attention on her grandson, the one she can see, right? She can see him at any time. Okay? Spend a little more time with Danny. Because every time Scout's around, you got to kick him out. So spend some time with the boy. Come on now. No, Brenda's son storyline was about Dante being the father. Yeah, I know, but that didn't happen. There we go. Is Isaiah, oh, Landview. You know what? They're saving that for later. Because remember, Britt told Porsche, not Jordan, that, you know, by the way, I did some digging on your man. Or he told that to Isaiah, that I've done some digging on you and you've got interesting family history. No, he told that to Jordan. And your man has some interesting family history. So could be, but you know what? Right now, do we really care? Do we really? I don't care. We need to finish and deal with what we got going on. Yeah, right now. We need to finish that. Ava's going to find herself in trouble. I believe it. She is spending too much time at Windermere. Ava, yeah, Deborah says she believes that Isaiah is Andre's nephew or son. Um, I believe. Oh, he told Isaiah. Okay, good. I believe Ava's going to stumble on something. She is, because she's there way too much now, and she's going to see or hear something she should not see or hear. But at least that she brought up Avery's name yesterday. Avery is spending the weekend at Sonny's making homemade pizza with Donna and Sonny. They have a little pizza cook-off, right? So I was happy to hear that, meaning if she keeps talking about Avery, they're getting ready to bring the recast because they are aging Avery, right? I wish Alexis would cut her hair. She would look, oh, okay. Okay, Carol. Um, Linda says, I remember a mob boss from Italy did the test, and Brenda's son was that mob boss's son. We see, I'm telling you, nobody knows. That's one of them things they could dig up out the closet and it work, right? He could want to take over Sonny's business and he'd be a villain. Do you think they're going to bring Sam back? There was rumors, but I just don't know how they're going to do it. I really, really don't. With this whole COVID, I don't know. They got a crazy storyline going on right now. They could, but I don't. If they bring the character of Sam back, I don't know that it would be Kelly Monaco, because Kelly had problems with the writers, GH Frank and all of that. She had some problems with them, and she had a problem with, she didn't want to play scenes with Jason Steve Burton over the whole COVID thing. Who cares about that, but anyway, some people think actors feel they can make demands until they realize, oh shoot, they killing me off. Wait, what? Yeah. So I feel I would love for them to bring Sam back. That they thought she was dead, but they took her body. It's like Peter, right? I mean, not Peter. Nathan. Nathan was buried, open casket, and look who's walking and talking, everybody, and getting ready to hit the sheets with somebody by Valentine's Day. So they absolutely. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't even have to. Let's talk about Britt. We saw her die in her mama's arms. Okay, so yes, they can bring Sam back. Yes, they just got to be creative. Oh, you know what, everybody? They don't even have to be creative. Did they creatively bring Nathan back? Was there anything creative with the story he's given? And people ate it up. You don't remember where you've been, what you did for the last 7 years? And now you just want your job back? You want to be able to carry a gun? Huh? So yes, they could write the stupidest comeback story for Sam, and it would fly on the show. But she's needed. That character is needed. Take them kids back. Jason has done a phenomenal job stepping up for Danny. He has. But if Sam came back, you know what Jason would do? And go live back above Bobby's, but be more present in Danny's life this time around, because he's gotten used to parenting Danny now. right? Sam would get Scout back, right? And just all would be right. I really wish they would bring Sam's character back. I heard Kelly was in talks with the head writers to come back as Sam. Who's Kelly? Oh, Kelly Monaco. I was thinking, who the heck's Kelly? Y'all look, you know what happens when you are age. Who the heck's Kelly? Um, she could be on Spoon. I mean, they've got so many things, so many ways right now with this crazy wacko storyline going on. And now we got crazy wacko column in the picture. They could easily write Sam coming back. And I'm good with that. Well, Nicholas Cassidy don't have to come back. He ain't dead. He's right there in jail. You know what I want to know is why is he in jail that long? What he did. Seriously. He should be out of jail by now. But really, with everything going on, do we need Nicholas Cassadine back right now? We don't. We don't need him back right now. Save that for a year or two down the road and recast him. I did not like the last two people they cast as Nicholas. Get a good one this time, y'all. You got some time. If you're thinking of bringing that character back, take some time and get a good actor as Nicholas Cassadine. Uh, Spencer does need to be recast. Yes, they do. They need to recast Spencer because Nicholas Chavez is doing very well in movies and he's not coming back to daytime. I know we all still waiting on Morgan. Morgan's gonna be 50 years old before he comes back, right? We all we're looking. When's Morgan coming back? Right? Oh, look, everybody! It's already 6 minutes past the top of the hour. Let's wrap this up. I want to put in the chat. What do you want to close this out with? The first three of the same thing. We're going to go with that. We're getting ready to end this live today. It's been great. And, oh, goodness, I love it when we're all in here talking to each other and having fun because you all are talking back and forth to each other because I tell you, these comments roll right past me so fast. You want to talk about, well, we already talked about Willow. Jordan and Portia, we haven't talked about that. Anna, they got her in La La Land. We're not going to talk about Anna. Woohoo, come on, y'all. We don't have three. Valentine, oh, God. He's got so much charisma. I could see him and Carly getting together and just because they both can do well with others. Laura, okay. You know what? Let's end this with Laura. Subscribe. Thank you, Linda. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Man, not Drew and Willow. You know what? Let's do Laura real quick and let's end with Drew and Willow. Like what we would like to see happen with that. Matter of fact, Laura and Sonny are teaming up. They're making a good pair. I'm loving their relationship. Now let's go to no, let's talk about Drew and Willow. But where do we want to see this to go? Where do we want to see this go? Do we want to see them just write Drew off in some facility? Right? Do we want to see Willow punishing him? Because I also read the reason why they had her inject him is they decided that she was not going to try to take him out again because that would be too obvious. But she had to come up with a way to neutralize him good enough to take him off the scene. Because let's face it, Cameron needs to be gone for about 6 months, I think. Okay. So are they just going to send him away? Because he's not going to be around. And we know Cameron doesn't want to play weak. The man got shot twice in the back, everybody. Did we see him in a wheelchair? Right? Okay. No. So they're not going to have him laying in a bed and her doing stuff to him. There's going to be no misery. You know, it's not going to happen, which is interesting. But we deserve, to me, us viewers deserve to see him laying there trapped in his own mind and can't speak. I believe we deserve to see him laying there and have her whisper in his ear, "It's all working out, Drew. Don't you see?" Right? So we could be like, yes! We all, and have his eyes just go like, because he can't talk. He can't move. I would love that. I would definitely love that. And I feel we deserve that. And then don't show him anymore. But at least show us that. Yeah, Willow needs to go to Ferncliff. Something is going to cause her to snap because they said she's just getting started. So whatever she does, and it's going to happen pretty rapid, especially if she didn't re-sign her contract in November, I think it said it was. They always film 2 months ahead. So December, January. Her last scenes should be coming up soon, but if they know they're ending her story, they may be banking a bunch of scenes that they're going to cut together and put in there, to get the best use out of it. So we shall see, everybody. That's it. We went on. I loved it. I love chatting with you. Love spending this time on this cold, chilly Saturday, right? And goodness gracious, I need to put my house coat on. Everybody's 58. It's already 58. Yeah. Wow. Donna said that was fast. It was fast, Donna. It just goes. I love Comic Corner because I could talk some more. I mean, you all know I'm not shy of talking. All right, everybody. I will be back actually tomorrow with some spoilers for next week. And I've got to get the Comic Corner voice line videos up for last week. I mean, video voice recordings up for last week. And that is it. 58 in Connecticut. We're with you. 58. And a 0 in Chicago. Oh no. All right, everybody. You be safe out there. If you don't know how to drive in the blizzard and the snow, stay home. And even if you do, y'all, just stay home. All right. I will see you back on Monday. Well, tomorrow and Monday. Have a great one, everybody.